Hey guys, it's Zoe, and today I'm going to be doing my birthday book haul, and my birthday was on October 21st. I'm sensing a trend here where the world just doesn't want me to film, because this is my third time filming this video. I'm gonna film another video after this, and it's gonna be my third time trying to film that video too. It's just, I get distracted. Or like with this one, I start filming and it's not recording. It's so much fun. Or, you know, Carter wakes up and I have to go and then I can't remember where I was. So here we are, third time's the charm, doing my birthday book haul. I have 6 books from friends, 1 book from a publisher that just happened to show up on my doorstep on my birthday, so I'm counting it, and 3 books that I bought myself because I'm a hoe like that. Anyways, let's start with the one from the publisher. Ooh. Shall we? This book, I asked for an arc of it back in August, I believe it was, and they were like, sorry, we're out of arcs, but we can...
Draco, I swear to God, if you attack my hair with this, we're not doing this.
I've got like lopsided boobs now. Anyways, the publisher was like, we can't send you an arc, we don't have any more, but we can send you a finished copy if you don't mind. And it was like, if I don't mind, of course I'll take a hardcover. I will always take a finished copy over an arc. So this one is The Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter, and it comes out at the beginning of November. I'm not 100% sure when, I don't remember. I will look it up and put it right here for you. As always on my channel, I will not tell you what this book is about because I don't want to spoil anything from the first book, but basically the first book follows a guy named Tao. He's young, he doesn't have any particular gifts or anything. He doesn't want to be part of the war that has been plaguing his country for the last several hundred years. He has this grand scheme to get himself injured, get out of the army early, and settle down and live a normal life with the love of his life. However, that plan is nipped in the bud right quick when the people he loves are brutally murdered. So he's like, fuck me, I guess. I've gotta go and exact my revenge on the people responsible for these deaths. And then it just takes him on a very different path than what he intended. Naturally, I loved it because there are dragons. More importantly, there are a very select few women who can control these dragons via some sort of magic. And there are slightly more, but still a small amount of men who can sort of just like, and then that's so sexual. Oh my god! They can turn themselves into these giant type beings and protect the women controlling the dragons. And there's a lot of shady shit happening. I love it. It's so good. I am so excited to get into this one. Next up are the 6 books. Not to tickle. The 6 books that came from friends, starting with 2 of them that came from one of my best friends, Karis, from the channel Lovely at, what am I, Lovely? No, she's Lovely. Library of Karis. There we go. I apologize semi-sincerely. She sent me Jade War and House of Salt and Sorrows. I always want to say House of Sorrows and Salt, but that's inaccurate. Jade War is the sequel to Jade City. Totally unrelated, but I'm loving how this has like the Wicked coloring and this has the Son of a Witch coloring. Wicked is one of my favorite retellings ever, so like it has literally nothing to do with the story. It's just me being me, but I loved it. Not gonna tell you what this one is about. This one follows 4 siblings of the Call family in the generation after a war defending their island nation from foreign powers. It's not as hunky-dory as you would assume because there are 2 rival clans. The Call family is part of one, and then the... I forget the other name right now. I'm so stupid. Anyways, the other clan, they're butting heads. They don't want to share power. There's a very fragile piece and it's hanging on by a frickin' thread and it's doomed, basically. Anyways, what is so special about all of this jade business, it has magical properties that enhance their warrior-like abilities. Basically, they stick a bunch of jade to themselves and they become superhumans. And if you're into books with a magic system type thing that has a price and has consequences, this one is for you. You can't just be going and doing magic willy-nilly without anything bad happening to you. Like, what's the point? Next up is, oh shit, That one's by Fonda Lee. Next up is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I have been wanting to read this for so long because I heard so much about it, but now that I sit down and think about it, do I even know what it's about? No, let's find out together. If you already know what it's about, then just like follow along with me. Just let me have this moment. 12 Cursed Sisters. Okay. Anna Lee lives a very sheltered life with said 12 sisters. There were 12 sisters. Whoops. Okay. 4 of them have died. So now there are 8. I'm so good at math, I promise. Little Anna Lee here, trying to live her life with her cursed sisters, is now disturbed by a series of ghostly visions, and she's like, dudes, what if these were an accident? Oh, no. The other girls have been sneaking out every night to attend glittering balls, dancing until dawn in silk gowns and shimmering slippers. And Anna Lee is like, do I stop them? Do I go with them? Who are they dancing with? Like, who's attending these parties that they're going to? But then Anna Lee meets a mysterious stranger with some secrets of his own. Their involvement intensifies, and she's like, I need to figure out what the fuck is going on here before this cursed thing, whatever, claims me. So I'm assuming that she is the next sister that is going to die. Is it going by age, like from oldest to youngest? I don't know. Is there another sort of order? How does she know that she's gonna be next? Is she actually gonna be next? I don't fucking know. It sounds creepy, so I'm going to read this at high noon so I can sleep a little bit, maybe. Anywho, the next one is from Madison from the channel Princess of Paperback. I am so ready to read this one, and she's so happy that she got it for me, because if I don't love it, I think she might kill me. I don't know. And then I can read the sequel. It's Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. Another one where I'm like, I've heard everything about it except what it's actually about. Because like, have I been paying attention for the last however long since this came out? 2019. Okay, it was only last year. But have I been paying attention since I started my channel in 2017? No, I have not. A witch and a witch hunter. Okay, only one way such a story could end. A stake and a match. Tits, I'm here for it. Oh, ew. You know when you see a name and you're like, oh, I'm already annoyed because I know somebody with this name? That's where I'm at. Anyways, let's move on. 2 years ago, Louise LeBlanc, a witch, fled her coven and took shelter in a city. She's like, fuck the magic. I am just going to live off of things that I can steal and live my life in peace. However, the city that she goes to, witches like Lou are hunted and burned. So is it really a safe place for you? Sunshine? I don't think so. Then you have this dude named Reed Diggory, and he lives his life by one rule. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Dude, what the fuck did the witches ever do to you? Why are you so hung up on what somebody else is doing with their life when it doesn't affect you? Unless their magic somehow affects him, then like, still. Oh my god. He was never supposed to cross paths with Lou. They were supposed to live separate lives and whatever until they get forced into an impossible union, holy matrimony. So this is a forced marriage plotline. I'm here for it. War between witches and the church is an ancient one. Unable to ignore her growing feelings, yet powerless to change what she is. A choice must be made, and love makes fools of us all. So you're gonna make some bad choices. I'm here for it, yes. The next book is from Emma from the channel Emma Novella, and she has started posting again, so go watch her shit. She sent me a little plaque thing. It's upstairs and I really don't feel like getting it. But it says, fuck off, I'm reading, which is perfect for in the library space, so I will hang it up somewhere in here. And she sent me You Had Me at Ola by Alexis Daria. So this one follows a leading lady, an actress, who's involved in a very public, very messy breakup, and she finds her face splashed over all of the tabloids. She ends up making her way back to New York, making her way downtown, if you will, to star in a new bilingual romantic comedy television show. And she's like, great, I can do this, I can live a scandal-free life, until a casting snafu ends up pairing her with the telenovela hunk Ashton Suarez. Now our good man Ashton here thinks that his career might be dead, like his last character. However, this new bilingual romantic comedy television series is a way for him to break into the American scene and show to Hollywood directors that he's a really good actor. All he needs to do is get some amazing chemistry with Jasmine on screen. Easy enough, right? Now, first impressions really do mean a lot because they have a very bad one and it kills any sort of romantic inclinations that might have happened. However, these two are like, you know what, our careers are kind of on the line here, so maybe we should find a way to just like get it in line and work well together. So they start rehearsing in private, but their private rehearsals lead to some smooching action, which then leads to some smashing, but all behind the scenes and off the record. The major downside here is that their on-screen chemistry starts improving, which means there is a bigger media spotlight on Jasmine, which threatens to destroy her new image and expose Ashton's big secret. Whatever it is. Anyways, it's romance. I'm here for it. That's all I need to know. The last two books that were sent to me were from Jen at Little Book Nerd, and they are One of Us Is Next, the sequel to One of Us Is Lying, and Two Can Keep a Secret, both by Karen M. McManus. I've read One of Us Is Lying, and I don't quite remember what it, like the actual plot is, but I do remember it's sort of like a Breakfast Club type thing where they're all in detention and then somehow one of them ends up dead, and they need to figure out who the hell murdered this one person when they were all in detention together. So this is the sequel, and I'm pretty sure that this one is not a sequel, but like the covers are so similar, like the style and everything and the text, and like I hate it when books are not in a series but they look exactly alike just because they're by the same author. If it's a companion to the other series, totally fine. But if it's completely unrelated, I'm annoyed already. So Ellery has never been to this small town called Echo Ridge, but she's heard lots about it. Her aunt went missing at age 17 in this town. And then 5 years before the events of this book, a homecoming queen was murdered. And now Ellery gets to see this town firsthand because she's moving in with a grandmother that she barely knows. It's a classic little town that you would see in, you know, a horror movie where everything looks perfect, but there's lots of secrets and nothing is actually okay. Somebody is threatening to make this year's homecoming just as deadly as the one 5 years ago, and as if to prove a point, a girl goes missing. She is well aware that everybody in this town has secrets, and that sometimes secrets can be very dangerous, but a lot of people aren't actually very good at keeping their secrets. So she learns real quick how to keep her secrets close to herself. Like, it's chilling a little bit here. Two can keep a secret if one is dead. Bitch, no secrets in my life, okay? I don't want to deal with any of that. And then on to the 3 books that I bought myself. No one is surprised that all 3 of these are romance. First one is Well Played by Jen DeLuca, the companion to Well Met. This one follows Stacy. She was fully aware that by staying in Willow Creek to take care of her sick mom, she was putting her life on hold. However, it's been literal years now, and while she loves spending her time working at the Renaissance Fair and serving customers and just making people's day, she's ready for more out of her life. She takes a stand and decides to manifest, and she tells herself that by the time her friends get married at the next year's Renaissance Fair, she's going to have her shit figured out. Possibly, she's going to find the one. What never occurred to her is that her Renaissance Fair fling every summer, Dex, might just fit the bill for that whole one concept. He's part of a band called the Dueling Kilts, and he's very easy on the eyes, but Stacy's never really considered an emotional connection with him, strictly physical. So she's hella confused when she gets an email from the monosyllabic hunk, and it's a very emotional email. She's like, what the fuck is happening? Okay, I didn't know this side of you existed, but I'm intrigued. So the Renaissance Fair comes back to Willow Creek, and she comes face to face with the guy that she'd been messaging for the last 11 months, and to her shock, it isn't Dex. She's been falling in love with a man she barely knows. So I'm here for this. Is it actually not Dex, or is it just not Dex's persona? Next up is Undercover Bromance by Lyssa K. Adams. The Bromance Book Club was, I think, one of my first books of 2019, and I fucking loved it. What a great way to start off the year. All I need to know is that the main woman in this book has a very Greek last name, and I'm here for it. Liv Papandreas has a dream job as a sous chef at Nashville's hottest restaurant. It's all she's ever wanted. However, the celebrity chef is slightly less than charming behind closed doors. He's actually a real fucking dick. She catches him harassing a young hostess, she confronts him, and she gets fired because, make that make sense. The cat's gone. Okay. She vows to take revenge on this celebrity chef, but she's going to need some assistance. Unfortunately, this means turning to Braden Mack. Another name that when I see it, I'm like, anyways, Liv wasn't only fired from this job, she was blackballed from the entire restaurant scene. It's all she wanted. And because she did the right thing, her career is ruined. Are you fucking kidding me? This Braden Mack character is a nightclub entrepreneur, and he offers to help expose her ex-boss. The big problem here is that she's really suspicious of his motives. So what else can he do but call in reinforcements? The Bromance Book Club. Now, the Bromance Book Club in this one are reading a romantic suspense novel, and they get some ideas from that to assist Liv in her sting operation. Not only that, but they are determined to help Mac win Liv's heart, even though she is determined to never let that happen. But like, I'm so annoyed that the love interest name is Braden. I'm so mad about it. Last up is Tools of Engagement by Tessa Bailey. This is the third book in this series, the Fix Her Up one. I don't know if there's actually a name to it. Fix Her Up, Love Her or Lose Her, and then this one. Fix Her Up is still missing. I need to buy a new copy of that. This one follows Bethany Castle. She designs homes for her family's real estate business, and they are the best in town. Everything in her life is organized, styled, and planned to absolute perfection. The only thing that is not quite so organized is her track record with men. She decides to put herself on a dating hiatus so she can focus on her dream. Flip a house from start to finish. The only problem here is that her older brother runs the company and he refuses to take her seriously. So some TV producer type dude gets wind of this sibling rivalry and he's like, we can work with this. So they're invited to a show called Flip Off, and they have to see whose home renovation is better. Bethany is determined to win this, but the only member of her brother's crew that is willing to jump ship and go over to Bethany's side is new guy Wes Daniels. The big problem here, and again, first impressions, their first meeting, his Texas drawl and extremely handsome face got under her skin, and now she's like, the last thing I fucking need is some cocky ass cowboy getting in my way. No thank you. However, it happens. They're under a time constraint. Everything kind of heats up and it comes to a head as they are racing to remodel the ugliest house on the street. Lots of banter. Barbs, banter, vicious words tossed back and forth, clothing tossed off, think that type of thing. Oh, I love puns. Her perfectly structured life is one kiss away from going up in smoke, and she knows falling for a guy like Wes would be a flipping disaster. Oh my god, it's so cheesy, I love it! Anyways, that is the end of my birthday book haul. Let me know down below in the comments if you read any of these, if you've liked any of these, and any new books that you've gotten recently. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones because that's my favorite color. To stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, and when I get to these ones, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at Zoe's All Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box, along with links to everybody who sent me something. Thank you all again. It was fantastic getting these presents. Down below as well are links to the Discord server, to my Patreon if you want to become a patron for my channel, my Ko-fi if you want to leave a tip, and a link to Book Depository where if you want to buy any of these books, click that link, buy books through that link, and I get a small 5% commission at no extra cost to you. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one.